What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 9 of my Football Manager 2018 Let's Play series with Tottenham. So just played 2 games off camera after the last one. You saw that result against Liverpool, but also against QPR. We won in the FA Cup. That Liverpool match was pretty tight, as you can see, close encounter. A couple late goals for both teams. Unfortunately, we couldn't win to beat the most wins in the Premier League record. We got 14, couldn't quite get 15, but as you saw, we did have a good run, that is for sure. But again, it just shows the same. These teams we should be beating, Stoke City, West Ham, they're mid-table teams, teams near the relegation zone, teams in the relegation zone, all those kind of teams we've been able to get the wins against this season for the most part. There would have been some earlier results, I think, in the season, like draws against Watford and the like, but not too regular, that is for sure. But as you can see against these teams, at least, again, little knocks we've picked up, like Di Maria, there's no problem. They were just and he's doing so well in training. Surprising, just coming back from that injury. It was just one for a week or something like that. So yeah, that's really good to see. And then against West Ham, Moussa Dembele in the same boat, but he's doing fine. He's not injured at the moment. They just were little knocks in those games. But as you can see from the goals in that one, 4 unique goal scorers, but it was a comeback. We were losing. I was a bit disappointed at halftime. They scored an early goal and we couldn't really fight back. We went attacking, but then we turned it up more later in the second half, to be honest, as well. It got to the 60th minute, and I'm still wondering, when it's going to happen. And then suddenly we scored 2 goals in 3 minutes, thanks to Christian Eriksen and Angel Di Maria. And then, suddenly we got the lead, 2-1, and then, we scored 2 later goals. Lamela and Dembele finishing it off, so I was happy with that. And then obviously against Stoke, Di Maria scored 1 of the goals. Eriksen is starting to find some good form himself now, if you check it out, scoring some goals, assisting a bit more. So he's getting better as the season goes, or he's playing better. As a player, he's not improving so much. He's 26. He's as good as he's going to be, essentially. Maybe if he trains well, you can see first touch going up. But what I did want to say, what is exciting, the next 6 games I'm going to be playing on camera. So that means I'm going to be recording the next 3 episodes in a row. So I'm going to do Dynamo Kiev next up, and then we have got Brighton and Hove Albion in FA Cup. So we're going to play that one in this episode, those 2 games, and then we got Man City and Manchester United. That's going to be in the next episode. So that's going to be Battle of the Manchester Clubs. And then the third one we'll do in a row is Dynamo Kiev, the second leg, which is like, there's pretty much like 3 important games in between, and the Champions League is important as well, like this round of 16. Then we've got Arsenal. Those are 6 games that are crucial in a row for different reasons. So I'm going to try and actually record those all today, because I can just record them in a row without having to really play more off camera, like stop recording. You can just record the next episode. So you should be seeing the next 3 episodes in quick succession. But of course, guys, if you are enjoying this and want to be seeing more, please drop the thumbs up on the video. It really helps my videos out to reach some new viewers. So I appreciate those who do leave the thumbs up on the video. But now let's just get into this game against Dynamo Kiev. We really should be winning, scoring a few away goals, so we'll make the home leg easy, because this is a team we should be beating. Of course, we've got better players, more talent. Harry Kane hopefully scores some more goals. I reckon he can get to 50 goals for the season. Let's see if he can score some more today. But of course, Asensio will be ineligible for the Champions League, so we'll utilise him a lot in the Premier League game, so we could keep players like Dele Alli or Eriksen fresh, depending who we rotate for him and stuff like that. So that could be his advantage, and especially we're in a good position for the Premier League already. But to keep those guys fresh for the Champions League, he'll assist that for sure. But we're going to say we should be winning this one comfortably. Play your own game and you'll win. Okay, no amazing reactions there, so we're going to go to select all players, and we'll say passionately there's a lot more to come from you. About half the team looking happy from that. It's not too bad. Let's get into kickoff. Let's just win this game. Let's this leg get some good goals. Okay, here's Eriksen. Ooh, that's gonna make it easy. Already a red. Wow. That's like, what made him do that? Not in a dangerous position. Just wow, okay. I did not expect that. Imagine how their manager would be feeling. And obviously will be a key player. But let's see. Daly. I wonder if a chance is going to come from this. This would hurt. Well, they probably expect to be conceding goals now, to be honest. But it's always interesting what the CPU does when they get a red card. They're just opting to go without a left midfielder, essentially. For now, it will be interesting to see if they will make changes. Because of this, we're just going to go to our attacking formation there and confirm those changes, essentially, because we've got an extra man. We should be scoring a few goals now. Okay, 24th minute here. I kind of would be expecting a goal at this point. I'll be disappointed if I didn't score one maybe before 25th minute. We've got an extra man. So, this is about 20 minutes in the match with that. They've still got the 2 men up front, so they're pretty courageous, we'll say. They still want to be looking for that lead. Oh, fuck. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it? There is going to be drama. Oh, shit, and they score. Wow, okay. 15. He knows how to find the back of the net. Obviously dominating in their competition in the league, so he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He doesn't look terrible. Like, he probably could play for a team in the Premier League. Not a top team, maybe mid-table, something like that. Could get the job done, and that was just a good finish. Not much we could do about that, unfortunately. Well, apart from not conceding the penalty in the first place. That would be nice. But I have a feeling this is really going to kick the lads into gear. Look at Di Maria. Look at him just sprint past. Look at him sprint past. They knew. And I could tell. They knew. They're like, yeah, this is not right. We've got to wake up, lads. And yeah, and they exactly did that. See, Di Maria. He could have played it. He could have played it out wide to Aurier, but he's like, nah, mate, I'm going to do it all by myself. Run through and then get it to Kane and then score. It just like they knew what they wanted to do. And they weren't going to let the opponent stop them. That's what I loved about that. Now, hopefully we can just... Yeah, well done. Good save, Lloris. So this could end up being a bit... Like, this happens. There's not always, like, straightforward games in Football Manager. It chucks you these interesting ones. Which makes it fun, of course. But really, after that player getting sent off, red card early, I did expect a dominating, even though away from home. But we've got an away goal at least. That's handy. So, yeah, I'm not happy with the performance. We actually do have an extra man, so come on, lads. We got that goal back, which was good, but we need to continue that into this second half. Honestly, yeah, when I saw them get that red card, like, at halftime, I imagine I would at least have a 2-goal lead. But yeah, it's kind of that point again, like one of our recent games. We haven't had the lead until around the 60th minute, and we may need to make some subs, even though I think this is probably our strongest team. But I think first and foremost, we need to make some changes. We're going to go higher tempo, so even go more attacking. We'll go more direct passing, take out the work ball into the box and pass the ball into space, play out of defense, that kind of stuff. Will be a bit more direct here. And more expressive also. So this is where I think I'm just going to take Eric Dyer off and I'm going to bring Moussa Dembele. We're going to add a more attacking option and we'll just utilize him. Yeah, support. Was thinking about it for a bit, but he just playing a natural role, natural position. So we've got 2 advanced playmakers. And then I think along with that, we'll go with a shout and say demand more. Because we need, at a minimum, we need a lead. We need a lead. Even though we should be beating at home, this is a match with... Fatong. Yeah, I know. That's why you've brought me to the tactics screen, because I have an injured player. Thank you. I may have accidentally pressed space because I'm spacebar because I'm a bit mad. We're wasting a sub that... Oh, man. This has been more difficult. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't get the red card. We would be winning this game for some reason. It's just... Sometimes there's a game where a lot of things happen, so it's not just a straightforward game where you just score goals. They throw up these ones every so often. So this is one of these games where Ericsson isn't really having one of his best ones. So we're going to look to bring on Lamela. A bit of a different one, but he actually can play centre attacking mid. He is natural there, and it's always puzzled me why a player doesn't have a natural role in a player where he's in a position where he's natural. He should have a role like that's full green if he's natural in that certain position. That's just my thoughts. Maybe you don't agree, sure, and we're going to put him on attack at least because there's no one that's worse. They seem to be all about the same. But what do you guys think? If he's natural in a position, he should have a natural role in that position. That will just make sense. I know that's just me, but because they're supposed to be natural in that position. So anyway, we'll just confirm those changes. And hopefully, we'll see a change. Come on. And it's not a case where it's like, oh, if we score another goal, it's not like we won the match. So I would have loved to have a bigger lead. At a minimum, at least, we're on level terms and we've got an away goal. But it's just this game against Dynamo Kiev, you imagine this being a win. So hopefully, we can get a goal here. Aurier, who hasn't had a good game, not the best cross, and Dali Ali takes... I thought we were going to score from that chance, honestly. I just felt it, but... yeah, it doesn't look like... Come on, Di Maria! Di Maria. Dembele. Ooh, come on. Get in the danger zone. Di Maria. Di Maria. He's trying his hardest in this game. I can feel it. Okay, Aurier. Another wasted chance. Dynamo, maybe we just need to give credit to them. We can't just be expecting, oh, we have better players, we should win. They're doing their job, as any team would try to. And then Harry Kane. You can't say we're not having chances, that is for sure. We've had 8 on target for the whole game. Dynamo have just been able to manage. They've been able to contain us. And these shots aren't great. And just say, we had 2 clear-cut chances, but yeah, I wouldn't say we've had a dominant game, but we've had more possession, we've had more chances, and it could be ending, well, we will be, because only, like 25 seconds left and the highlight has started, but, like I said, at least we still have the greater advantage, even though we should be beating Dynamo, especially with an extra man since the start of the game, really, essentially. Maybe that threw my players off in a sense, and Di Maria was still player of the match, but we didn't have any he had a good game. He just didn't have so many teammates that played at his level. Harry Kane took his goal well, but yeah, it's more so, his service that he needs the service. But yeah, like I said, this was a bit of a left field one. We get an injury to Vertonghen. Hopefully it's not a terrible one. But just to the dressing room now, I'm still going to say it wasn't good enough, so they just know that for the following games, we need to be playing at a higher level. But of course, away from home in the Champions League, it's always a tough travel. And yeah, it's never easy. That's why you see some results, different results than you would expect away from home in the Champions League. But let's see the fate of Vertonghen. See, that's what I mean. It's not like just a reason or excuse. If you played Football Manager, you'll find that out. And yeah, Chelsea couldn't beat FC Porto, kind of a similar result there. And then Vertonghen, what is it going to be? 5 to 7 weeks. We'll use the club doctor, so it would just be 6 weeks. I think specialist 5 to 6 weeks, but I'd rather just use the doctor, to be honest. It's not like save the money, it's not much, but yeah, just use the club's doctor, might as well. That's why you employ one. So guys, even I was thinking the same myself. If we go to our schedule and you just see our results, and it's like, oh, we've been really smooth sailing in the Premier League. But then a few things pop up. A result like this, we should have won, and we get an injury. That's the thing, we haven't had a big injury. That is big considering the games. He's going to miss a few really important games. So, yeah, we haven't had an injury like that. We've actually been doing pretty well in terms of managing the players. Well, I think I have, like the settings I've chosen and everything like that in terms of training and whatnot, to not get major injuries throughout the season. Credit to the fitness coaches as well, massively. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Like, this could be a tricky part of the season, which is often the case. And also, guys, I was kind of looking for some young English midfielders, kind of a guy who could probably play another one of the central midfield positions more defensively. I saw he had 12 tackling, Tom Davis, but of course he's still more of a creative type. But yeah, because he can play defensive midfield, I thought he could play some sort of defensive role. What do you think about him, and maybe some other options that could play centre mid or in defensive mid, so you would think they'll be decent in a certain defensive role that's not the advanced playmaker, that we could use him in something else. It could be just another deep line playmaker, but then back to the fact, I want to be giving you Harry Winks that game time. So there we go. We're just going to talk about the injury now. I'm just going to say I prefer to be optimistic in times like these. It's a shame what's happened, but it's a fantastic opportunity for someone else to come in and perhaps steal the headlines for them. No. Like, it started well. I just want to be optimistic, but it's not good news. We'll find a way to handle the situation. That other one's a bit mixed. Yeah, don't want to go with that. And see, guys, because I was searching for players just as a whole, anyone available as a affordable player, Thiago Motta, obviously he's getting older, but he's got great experience, and he'd be that strong tackler in the team. So his contract runs out. Would it be worth getting him approached to sign? You can see what he kind of demands. A big contract, 135k. Maybe could get that down a little bit, but that's obviously he's on a lot at PSG. What do you think? Is he another? Obviously, we're getting in Robben. We don't want too many older players in the team, but could he be worth it on approach to sign? A free signing, essentially, for a guy with his experience at club level and international level. So let's head into the match preview now for the FA Cup match, 5th round against Brighton. This is more one of those straightforward ones, so yeah, hopefully it will pan out that way. Then obviously we have big matches against Manchester clubs, and really it's just important against Manchester City, essentially. And even in terms of that, we've got a nice 6-point gap, but that's what they want to beat us. They want to beat us, put the pressure on. We've still got games like Manchester United's still going to be a hard one. Arsenal's still going to be a hard one. So it could be a title decider, though, against City. But this is a team we're going in with. You can see we're bringing Dembele. Winks is going to come in that other central midfield role. You see he'll be deep line playmaker. He plays that well. But you see we don't have like that ball-winning midfielder type. And then obviously, yeah, Marco Asensio will take part here. He's going to have some really fresh legs. And Davinson Sanchez. And it makes me realise we do need another signing, whether it be a centre-back or another defensive midfielder. Because when someone like Vertonghen gets injured, and then we're sure we bring in Davinson Sanchez, but then we don't have any other centre-back. Because if Eric Dyer, he'll be playing the other centre-mid role more defensive. So we probably do need one more like that. So let's get into the match now, guys. And Brighton are rolling with that 4-1-4-1 with the defensive midfielder there in Pascal Gross, who is a decent player. He's got good talent. I'm surprised he's the one playing in that position, though, as the most defensive midfielder in the team. That strikes me as interesting, because he's not overly defensive. So again, we're just going to go assertive here, and yeah, we'll do it for the fans. Do it for the fans. Decent. This is going to be one where I'm not going to look to try and make every player happy or something like that by selecting all players, praising them. So just heading into the tunnel. And this one from ESPNFC.com, Adam Hamilton. I don't quite agree with him. He says you come into this one in good form whilst your opponents do not. Do you perhaps fear complacency ahead of kickoff? Yeah, I don't really have any concerns about that for sure. We get into like every single game. I don't really notice complacency in our team, which is a good thing. I try to instill that into the lads. Of course, like treat each game as it is. Forget about our previous results. They essentially mean nothing now. Okay, Winks goes to Aurier. Whips in across to Lamela. This could be a nice early chance. And we go very close to scoring, but we just missed. Very close, though. Okay, Asensio. He's really good with the ball. I'd love to sign him permanently. I don't know if Real would want him to go out on loan for another season as well. We could try and get him for a loan again, but yeah, it's going to be hard. Like, they wanted 70 million, tried to get him cheaper, like for that future fee, couldn't. Like, offered 40, 50, got rejected. Had to go up to even 60, and that didn't get accepted. 65 didn't get accepted, so I had to go 70. I even tried 69 for the lols, and that didn't even work. And did 70, and it suddenly worked. So, yeah. Oh, Dembele, see? I'd rather Dembele pick up a knock there opposed to maybe Dali Ali is a bit more crucial. I don't know if we'll make an early sub for Dembele. It's like a case, just keep the fitness of Dali Ali. At least he's not forced to come off. That's alright. So I'd say don't get complacent with only... Now don't get complacent. Now I tell them don't... Because that's why I tell them. That's why I say I instill this in them. I just let them know it's not acceptable to be letting these results, I suppose, go to waste or losing from this position. So that they just carry that into matches. You remind them every so often in these results. So in these situations, especially for start. So in start of games, we never have any complacency. But they whip a ball in here, and Lloris read that so well. And now we can build an attack. I always love seeing how we build up an attack from the goalkeeper's possession. It's very nice to see, because we could actually have one here. And when oh my god, so close. Even Son had a couple attempts there. And we can create a quality chance from the goalkeeper's possession. It's fantastic when we can do so. And we do get another corner there, so... Yeah, Brighton's having a tough time defending us. They need to focus on that a lot. Sure, they want a goal back, but... Yeah, a lot of work just to defend us. But I still think I'll make a change here. I probably will take Dembele off. See, he still does well. I don't think he's injured too bad. Like, he looks fine, doesn't he? He doesn't look too bad. So, he shouldn't have a really huge injury, judging off how he is, walking around at the moment. Or, and playing some passes. Like, you don't really notice him being injured, apart from the sign. Look at that build-up. Kane should have finished. But of course, his condition is still low. Don't want him to actually get a permanent injury from this point. So I think Eric Dyer's condition 93 is still not terrible. So we'll bring him on, and then we'll get him in the ball-winning mid. And players defend. And also, I think at this point we can take off Aurier. He's had a good game, got that good form back into him. Previous game he wasn't amazing, but just bring in Kieran Trippier, who's not that happy because he wants to be playing a bit more. And he's not terrible when you compare it to Aurier, but Aurier is better. He's not that far off, but he hasn't been too happy. He's happy to see the club performing well, but it's for him personally, he'd love to be playing more. It's always a tough case with the fullbacks. You generally would have that guy you select more often. And it's not like a centre midfielder where you have two centre mid positions. It doesn't really... you can't increase the chance of them starting like centre backs as well, where there's two positions on the wings as well. Definitely different. Kane, Rose, can he whip this in? No, he goes to Son. Oh, look at this! Lamela, good finish. And Lamela's been that guy who we've managed as well. Like, we haven't started him. Obviously, signing Di Maria, we haven't started him as much after signing Di Maria, but he hasn't gotten down about it because we've started him enough for him to be happy, and he's put in his performances. He knows his role in the team, and he comes up and able to do what he needs to, and he knows that. And he feels like he does have an importance in the team, because when we do use him, he does score. See, look, he's had a lot of appearances off the bench, but look at his goals and assists. So I think we've got a good, I suppose, communication, good relationship in terms of that. And he's happy enough. And I suppose we're living up to his squad status of a rotation, so he's happy enough with that. Of course, every player wants to be first team, but he's still performing at a high level from the game time he gets, or his output is a high level. Then keeping the next match in mind, I think here we're just going to take Son off. I thought about it even for a little bit, and we'll bring on Ben Davis. This is a change I make, well, not so often, but a few times. And we put Davis there, put Rose. Again, put him in a preferred role. Not his most preferred role, but he can play. That's what I mean. He can play left midfield accomplished. So I feel like sometimes he should be good. It's not the same as natural, of course, but just play him as a winger. He should still be able to do all right. And we will just confirm those changes. Just change there to freshen up the legs more than anything. Keep fresh legs, especially for Son. Son's a key player for us. And looks like we are going to be winning here, but also keeping the clean sheet, obviously with only 10 seconds left. Let's see, maybe we could actually finish, but no, as expected, full time. Just like I said, straightforward match here. We went along and did the job that we needed. So we'll talk to the team, just say passionately, and a very nice victory. Well done. End the team talk. So there we go. Son, as I said, he was a player of the match, so he deserved that. And let's just see how big. Okay, pull groin. That's what I mean. Dembele, he was while we kept him on the pitch, he was going around fine. So I'm not surprised it's only maximum of 5 days injury. But guys, that will be it for this episode. Play the 2 games. We got okay results. I would have rather beat Dynamo in the first leg, but we got an away goal and it's tied up, so you think at home we'll have the advantage, but it is after 2 important games for us. But see, that game against Manchester City, if we win it, it kind of lessens the importance of Manchester United's match we play. It just, because we will be in a great position. If we beat Man City, I think it will hand us the title. And even though it would be only after 29 games, there's still like 9 games left for the league. But yeah, we're coming towards the end of the season, so hopefully you enjoy that. And we would have also a regen youth intake coming up as well. I haven't looked at what date it is, so it can be a surprise, because I don't like really... It's better when it's a surprise as well, you know. But we will leave it there for now, so look forward to that, of course. Some youth talent will get through. So guys, even if we win the title this season, I want to I want to create some dominance. I won't be acting like, oh, it's boring if I win the league after the first season. Like, to me, there'll be so much more to achieve, especially it's like almost creating a history for Tottenham. It would be, because they've only won the Premier League twice and they haven't for a really long time. They only got look at that. 51 and 61. They were 10 years apart as well, and they haven't won since. And they've never won Champions League. They've won Europa League twice. They've won the European Cup Winners' Cup, but never Champions League. So it will be crazy to win like 3 times in a row. I don't think we'll win Champions League this season. That's why I say there's so much more to do with Tottenham. Even if we win the league this season, yeah, a lot more stuff to do. Like, in terms of, you think about in real life, managers, I won the league. They don't stop there. Like Sir Alex Ferguson, he didn't stop after one. He wanted to become a legend, and just winning 1 Premier League, 1 Champions League. Sure, the fans will love you for winning the Champions League especially, but yeah, you wouldn't go... I want to go down as a legend for Tottenham. I want to create this new history for them. They haven't won the title for ages, and they've never won Champions League, and that's what I'm here to do for Tottenham Hotspur. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Make sure you drop a like. Also, share with your friends who like Football Manager. I would greatly appreciate that. Anyone new to the channel, I'd love to have. So yeah, hopefully you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time.